The following is an actual play of Pandemic Legacy. Pandemic Legacy is a storyline-driven board game, and we will be exposing certain storyline elements through this play. If you don't want to be spoiled, turn back now. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on the scene to our Action News reporter, Joe Budnick, in the field to let us know the goings-on in the world. Joe, what do you see out in the field?
Unfortunately, after this first wave of the pandemic, we have massive civil unrest over in the North American area, including riots in Washington and Montreal, while Chicago and New York are simply feeling a little bit unstable. Meanwhile, our South American cousins aren't completely escaping all this either, as Buenos Aires is also experiencing some mild rioting in the streets. Back to you at the news station.
All right, folks, welcome back to Rage Quit Radio. We are about to start playing as soon as Will gets back in here. Our second game of Pandemic Legacy.
Shall we live up to the name of the radio show?
Rage
Quit! Screw you, pandemic!
It only took one game. As if Dave didn't already know, because he's played more games of this than I have.
Yeah, I love Pandemic.
In addition, our lingering effects, aside from our little news report segment, Blue will remain an uncurable disease, Coda 403A, but our red disease has gained a common structure, so it will be curable anywhere instead of having to be at a research station.
And
still require your action, and still require 5 cards.
Now, in addition to that, folks, our medic, still grilled cheeses over here.
Grilled cheeses.
Justin Spearman now has a special ability. He has local connections. So now he can use Treat Disease on any city connected to the one he is in.
Once per turn.
Yeah, once per turn.
Only once per turn.
Yeah,
I thought grilled cheeses was the shit before.
But still very helpful.
Yeah, it's still
extremely nice.
Yes.
So,
give me a big
when you have side-by-side threes,
Atlanta
buddy.
just sploosh.
So real quick, before we get too far in, folks, once again, we have here on RQR, of course, I'm Mike Brown, one of your hosts, but we are joined by Dave the Head from Electric City Sentai Denzi Caster, as well as Will Harrison,
who is having a smoke break.
Who is outside burning one as we speak.
Bye, Mike!
Mikey Nodine will be going to join him here shortly.
Hoorah!
Joe Budnick is our action news reporter on the scene, folks, and he has given us our update at the beginning of the game. We also have Justin with us here from Rage Quit Radio with us as well.
What's going on, guys?
So, gonna be...
Okay, disease whisperer.
I was going to say, the game has the game broken you after one
It
So here's where we're at. We're still in January. The first 2 weeks sucked balls. At the moment...
Underpaid never worked.
Yeah. Unstable, which has no effect other than being frustrating later. Chicago and New York are both unstable. In our first game, we now have rioting in Buenos Aires, in Washington, and Montreal. So that means we cannot fly in, we cannot charter flights in. Any research stations that would have been there would be destroyed. We don't have any in them.
In or out for the flights.
In or out, yeah. We can't go in, we can't go out by a flight. We got to walk in or walk out. And no new research stations can be built in those cities. So that's going to suck wind later. But
the seeds of destruction have been sown in North America.
Yes, they have. Because considering that we have rioting in the streets in the same place where CODA, which is the untreatable disease, and it takes 2 actions, or the uncurable, but it takes 2 actions to treat, going to be a little frustrating. Now, win, lose, or draw, this is our last game of January. There is a legacy card sitting over here waiting on us that says, it's a scratch-off card, if we win, we scratch it off, something hopefully good happens. If we lose, that card is destroyed. We will never know what it says. I'm going to burn the motherfucker, and I actually mean that. I've got a lighter, I've got jars, it's going to happen. So,
you just want to burn stuff.
And
it's going to be funny, as it's burning, he's going to be able to read the card.
No.
So,
that's not how that.
What are our thoughts thus far on Pandemic Legacy? We will start with our experienced Pandemic player, Dave.
Boy, that's why we lost. I'm the experienced player. I do love this game because you can do all the right things. You can work with your teammates, and the game can still defeat you. So it's good to see that the game is still just as hard as it ever was. Mm-hmm. I do think that this panic level game mechanic.
Yep.
I think that's a bit rowdy. Unless there are upgrades in the box that we don't know because, legacy.
Yeah.
I think that's going to make this game next to impossible to play as it keeps going, to be perfectly honest with you. Because you can't stop outbreaks. You just can't.
But hey, who knows? We'll see what happens. Justin, this is the game we just played of Legacy. Pandemic Legacy was only your third game ever of Pandemic.
This is correct.
So, and you remarked repeatedly how this game is kicking you in the mouth.
And I like it.
Well, what?
I'm going to take it to prom.
Yeah.
I know his girlfriend.
She might take it to prom.
But anyway,
escalation.
so what do you think of Legacy so far?
Well, in this situation, as Mike said, he does know my girlfriend, and he understands that I am a glutton for punishment. That is just something I enjoy. And
I wasn't asking you about your girlfriend. I was asking about the game.
Oh, well, I'm saying in the sense of it, this game just comes up to you and just, no questions asked, shoves its fist into your face multiple times. And I enjoy that. I really do. I enjoy the fact that it's difficult and there's a sense of permanency. Like, the fact that these guys are rioting right now, that's awesome. I love the, because, think about it, if a huge disease did break out and someone wasn't doing something about it, do you think people were just going to sit back and be like, oh, whatever, I'm just going to chill? No, shit's going to start getting real.
No, I get what you're saying, and I'm hoping that
It's going to get real if they are doing things right. Oh, look what happened.
I'm hoping that as we start winning, that there's ways of fixing things.
Yeah.
Instead of ways of making it harder?
Yeah,
because that's equally likely.
I personally enjoy this a lot.
So do I. I'm having a lot of fun with this.
I'm digging this shit.
Will, your thoughts thus far on Pandemic Legacy and how we're doing thus far after one game?
This will be the third one I played.
Right, but this is your...
I was like, I'm still under the notion that this game loves to make sweet, sweet hate to you. So
To all your face.
Yes.
All of it.
not just your face. Anywhere it can put it in, that's where it's going.
We're talking ears and nose.
I need a better adult.
And
Going in dry.
I would like to put a special shout out here to our wandering Ronan Joe Budnick. It should be duly noted, I hate beer with a passion. But this is some hard cider from Smith & Forge, so...
free plug.
Free plug, because this is some good shit. I actually appreciate this. So,
Anytime you have any beer you don't like, you just let me know.
Mike No Dine, designated drunk. You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Where that be designated drinker?
Meanwhile, this
Same
all
difference.
just...
Yeah.
What I brought
give me
just
one
helped
time.
soothe the hurt. that
oh, no, it
Pandemic
didn't.
was laying on.
You would need a lot more of that.
Okay.
to soothe
I'm
the
going to
hurt.
need you to start
this
making
is
whiskey
good.
sours, buddy, because
Okay.
this is not doing it for me.
Okay.
All right, well, let's go ahead and...
We're going to go ahead and get ready to go.
I do have...
If the alcohol is supposed to soothe the hurt, we need a lot fucking more.
I have a little
Hey,
cheater
let me
question for
A
us.
cheater question.
A cheater question.
Okay, what's the cheater question?
Do we want to restructure where we're sitting
You gonna make
to
a
get the
game.
flow of the game a little different?
Nah, I don't think it matters too much.
Because I think, well, no,
Oh, you mean actually like...
move our seats, yeah. Because I think personally, as the generalist, I should go last.
Okay, that's fair. So that would put...
I
Do we
think the
think-
researcher should always go before anyone else except the dispatcher.
I'm always against, organization. I like...
That's why we lose!
I want this shit to be random. That
You know
way
what?
it could just work.
They got AIDS! What should we do? Mail them a box of teddy bears. How does that help? Organization be damned! Them teddy bears out!
Okay, fine, give him smallpox.
Fuck them, smallpox! Why the manager?
Okay, so with that said...
What are you fellas doing today? Would you like some blankets?
So we go, and
Yeah,
we're going to all
right
keep
there.
our same roles from the first game?
Yeah.
Okay, so me,
You don't need to go Jesus.
Will, Justin, you?
Yeah?
Okay.
Or Will and Justin could just switch places.
I'll roll dice. I don't care.
I mean, like physical,
Talking about the order of things.
That's what I'm saying.
Why don't
yeah,
y'all
that's
just
why-
move, why don't y'all just
physical
change
places.
places?
And then we just go...
You can't see this at home, folks, but they're moving spots here at the table.
I don't
so-
want
We
to.
hope that you'll be able to see some of this hilarity next time.
Eventually, yes. 'cause
Eventually.
We're recording this the same day that we did
First
our
episode.
first losing effort.
We have some camera issues.
So why don't we go ahead and remind everybody who didn't hear the first one that A,
Sure.
they should go and look at it,
Absolutely.
and number two, who you are and what you have at the starting hand.
So I am Malcolm, the dispatcher. I now have a name. F it. So the dispatcher, and I have pulled for this game. I have Kinshasa in the Congo, and I have Sydney, Australia. That's my starting two cards. Will?
I am the researcher. Her name is Mika. And
I have Bogota and Paris in my
Okay.
starting hand.
I am the medic, and my name is Jesus.
Or
my
or grilled cheeses.
grilled cheeses if you ever see me on the streets. And the
So it's on the back of your rescue jacket.
yeah, like it's right there. It's right there. Anyway, and I have how do we pronounce it?
Chennai.
Chennai, and Miami. Chennai's black, Miami's yellow.
And I am playing the journalist, named after my niece Megan. And I have Madrid, which is blue, and Istanbul, which is black.
All right.
Unlike last episode, there is no immediate dominance in the player cards. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
no easy cure.
No easy
We're
cure.
kind of spread out a little bit. For this game, the objective that was in play at the end of the final game remains in play. So, we only have to cure 3 diseases. We have to cure yellow, red, and black. Blue is Coda 403A. Requires 2 actions to treat. Cannot be cured. So, we got to see where our diseases
gonna start.
Justin
Here we
has our
go.
first one. 3 disease cubes go where?
Madrid.
Oh.
That's blue, and that sucks balls.
Blue.
All right, next one for 3.
London, which is also blue.
GG, boys and girls.
I think I know where you're going to wind up, and it's in New York.
This is why you don't have any
No.
friends.
And our last one is Rida.
Rida. Okay, so
Which is also
It's black.
that's black. Thank God.
Never
for
mind.
that.
Never mind. Sorry.
Okay, so that's those 3 each have 3 cubes. Now for the 2.
Hey, let's let Joe get these.
Oh, good for him, man.
Speaking of Chennai has 2 black.
Okay, 2 black go to Chennai.
We may
Chennai,
have
Chennai,
some-
Chennai. Where's Chennai? There's Chennai.
We may have some action in
That's hilarious.
Asia and the Middle East.
Yeah,
We have Milan in Italy.
Okay, Milan, Italy. That gets 2 blues.
And your last one?
And the last one, we have 2 yellow in Santiago in
right.
Chile.
All right, so 2 in
You wanna do the
Santiago.
last ones?
I can if you would like me to.
Yeah,
We
these are
need
going to be
one.
singles.
Beijing. Red.
Beijing gets a red.
Red is getting some love in this early game.
St. Petersburg blue. And Tehran, which is black.
Tehran.
Tehran, Iran.
These get mixed back
They'll-
in?
they
No,
stay
they
right
stay in
there.
the infection pile.
I forgot that.
Your happy ass is going to Paris.
No.
Or yeah.
So I'm
or
first.
Madrid.
I'm first, and I'm sending his happy ass to Paris because I can do that in 3 actions.
How do I get on the plane?
Or put him in London or Madrid so he cures in one and uses his local
Yeah.
connections to cure in the other.
Yeah, sending him to Madrid
That's
is
why
actually a good idea.
Yeah, true.
Because you can only do
So-
that once per turn of the.
But he was saying
city
put me in
stuff.
Paris because then
Yeah,
I can
but
heal
watch.
all those, right?
No, you
No,
can
if
only
I
do
put-
it once.
If I put you in Madrid, you spend 2 to cure this one, you spend 2 to cure that one, and you're done.
and it's a damn good idea.
So I'm going to use my actions to ferry you to Washington, ferry you to New York, and ferry you to Madrid or London. Or does
Madrid.
Okay, so
More
you,
centralized.
you are now in Madrid. That's 3, and I have 1 left. Do I want to send somebody somewhere else?
Don't see one.
You may want to send the researcher to his location to give the yellow cards over. You may want to start traveling someone somewhere else, like just push them down the road.
Well, or if you want to start tackling black, it would be send somebody else to Madrid so they can move their own butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Realistically, I would be a good person for that because 1, 2, 3, and I'm in
Rida.
Rida, and I can take 2 of them off on my turn.
Sounds
I have
fair to
5
me.
actions.
What do you think? Okay, so I will move. Which
The
color are
white
you?
token.
So the white guy goes to Madrid. Gotcha. All right.
So me and the pink token went to Madrid. Oh my god, the running of the Bulls was so amazing.
Let me tell you.
Yay.
Oh,
So
2 player cards.
2 player
for you.
cards for me. I get Baghdad and Algiers.
Well,
Are you ready for your first disease?
Nope.
You're good, because it's in Miami.
We're going to Miami. Anyway,
You ready for number 2?
no.
Good, because it's San Francisco.
There's a lot of blue very early.
Yeah, okay, boys and girls, this sucks balls now.
Last
Well-
time we had there was a little bit of lube.
this
time,
could
straight up.
end before round 2.
Straight up bomb.
Well, before the end of round 2, I should say.
Well, the only person that you can give cards to at the moment is Michael. But you can fly to Paris.
Which, if you want to give
Which is
which I was.
Because
Which
let's
would be better if I had pilot.
Well, let's be realistic. We're not solving blue, so blue
Yeah.
can be spent for lots of things.
Yeah.
True.
So if you fly 1, move 2, you can get rid of one of those for your last 2 actions. If that's something you want to do.
You don't have to worry about Madrid or London. I got that.
Yeah, because he's going to get those two.
Yeah.
As long as an epidemic doesn't break out, we're all good.
This is true, and it's probably going to break out because fuck us. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Because I said it.
I'm just going to point out, this whole blue can't be cured and is therefore discardable is an argument for that financial aid event
Sure.
card.
All right,
For a
so
greater consideration.
Will you be flying to?
go straight to Paris?
Yep.
All right. That's 1.
Oui, in El Paris.
2 to Milan and Cure. Or Treat, rather.
It's all you, good sir.
Yeah.
Who are we giving yellows to, by the way?
Nobody yet.
First thing we're going to do is we're going to get this blue shit under control.
Here's your first one.
Yeah, that's a myth more than legend.
What'd you get?
Government
Add
grants.
1 additional research center to any city. No city card needed. You may not use this on riding, collapsing, or fallen cities.
Okay, so you can play that anytime you want.
Right?
Which probably will be in like 2 seconds.
And you found
Karachi.
Karacha. Well, do you want to play it now, or do you want to hold on to it for a round and see what happens? Because then it's not going to hurt to hold it. And you can play it during someone else's action.
Yeah, you actually can play this at any time on anyone's turn. It's not an action.
Granted, we know exactly what our fun
Oh, yeah, we
medic
know what
is
he's
going to
doing.
do.
So we don't know. We don't have to worry about red. So
Well,
we need a more of a center in
We
black.
do need to worry about red. We just don't
You need
have
to worry about it right.
We
don't
just
need
don't
to
have to
worry
be at a
about
research center to cure red.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, you ready for your diseases? Ho Chi Minh City
Ho Chi Minh gets 1 red,
and Karachi.
gets 1 black.
Black's starting to be a little bit more of a threat now.
All right, well, that's your round.
What am I going to do, guys?
Two actions.
2 actions cures Madrid, which is where he's at.
You don't have to move.
You
can
don't
cure
have
London
to move
Oh, yeah,
because of local
cure it.
connections. He cures London's
That's
3.
my life.
1,
Ho Chi Minh,
2.
St. Petersburg.
All right, and where we're
1.
getting some diseases: Manila, the Philippines,
And 2.
Washington
Washington.
D.C.
Okay.
I have one of every color, by the way, guys.
Yep.
Yahtzee. Anyway,
My turn is 1 to Algiers, 2 to Cairo, 3 to... Do I do that one again?
Rida.
Arida. And 2 gets rid of 2 of the cubes out of 3 that was there.
Since you're the generalist, you get away with doing that because
Yep.
you have 5 actions.
All right, so I have pulled Delhi, and I have pulled Beijing for personal cards, and for the diseases, Cairo is going to get 1 black,
So, Cairo.
and Montreal gets 1 blue.
Okay. So,
So round 1, we've come through this pretty easy. Now do realize an epidemic has got to be coming soon.
yeah, relatively. Got to happen soon. So, all right. So, looking here what we got enough black to start sussing out a cure.
Well,
So that needs to happen because you've got 2, I've got 2, he's got 1, he's got 1.
well, if you move the researcher to someone who has 2 black, on his turn, he can either A, give it, or if he comes to you, B, you can take it.
Or I can just move myself to him.
Or you can do that.
So, let's see here.
Well, I think the best thing to do is, what is the researcher going to do on his action?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
I'm still thinking.
Okay. Well, it only takes 1
That's understandable.
to get me wherever I'm going. If I go to the researcher, it only takes me 1 to get there.
And the fun part is, because of his event card,
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about finding a research station.
I've got an idea for you guys.
Mhm.
I would pull the researcher to you.
Okay.
Take 1 of his cards. That's 2.
Okay.
Pull the medic to you. That's 3. Move the medic to Washington. That's 4.
He can't. We can't fly in.
Can't fly in, but I can
Push.
pull you to
Yeah.
me and then walk
Now,
in.
Gotcha.
on Will's turn, he can play his build a research center anywhere in the world he wants to go and instantly go there the next, as one of his 4 actions.
That's not a bad idea.
He'll be sitting in Washington for 2 actions to get rid of what's on Washington, for 2 actions to get rid of what's on Montreal.
and then start moving across the
Well,
world
then you
there.
won't be able to move anymore,
Okay.
but
Well, work
So
my
hold
way
on,
that
hold
way. I
on.
think
So
that's what I'm
here's how I think this works. Will, you see if you follow me on this. I pull you to me, then okay. So if I'm gonna pull you to me,
and then take his black card.
and I take the black card from him.
Yep.
Okay, so that gives me 3.
Not gonna
Yeah.
have to walk through.
I can give you my.
And you'll still be at the research center should you draw black cards out of this player's deck.
Sure.
Can I give, because he's the researcher, can I give him a black card?
No.
Even though I'm not in the
No.
center? Okay.
No. You can take any card he has.
And he can give any card.
But I can't give it him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Now, if you're both in Shinai, then you can give it to whoever you want.
That's what I was asking. I didn't know.
Hold on. Action 1, I pull Will to me. Action 2, I take Karachi from Will.
Right.
Okay, so that's 2.
Yeah.
3, if I pull... Where are you at?
I'm in Rida.
Stay where you are.
Well, here's what I was thinking. If I pull him over, then your actions, you can take the cards from him and turn around.
Can't.
Oh, he can't take them from you.
We can take from the researcher can give.
Okay, I tried.
I can't take anything.
You can't
from
take
anyone.
from anybody.
Unless he's in the same city.
Yeah. He follows the same rules.
Right,
As the card.
Right.
Yeah.
The only thing that's
Because
different is
it's
I can
us that's
give.
the
You guys
family,
can
right.
take cards from me from any of my cards. I can't take cards from you unless I'm
Right.
in that city.
So I would have to get 2, but I can just move myself to you people.
That's still really powerful, though.
Okay, so let's do that first, I think. Because does it hurt anything you have planned to pull you to me and get your card?
Well, remember, he can play his research center wherever he wants to go on his action.
Sure.
And then his
Just
first
go there.
action, go to that research
Right.
center.
I can actually play it anytime I want.
You
to.
can.
He doesn't have... It's not an action,
Yeah.
regardless when you
Yeah.
play it.
But I get
So,
where you're coming from.
I'll pull you back to me. That's one action. I'll take the Karachi card from you.
That's 2.
So that's 2. Okay, so that's 2 actions. The most I could do is move to Miami and treat it.
Or
so as to not waste
you can
actions.
set the medic up.
Yeah.
Can I read your card? Do you mind?
Or you can push people elsewhere.
Hold on.
I could go 1, 2.
Yeah, but all I can do is cure that one.
True.
Where are you at?
If you put him in Washington and Montreal, you can cure both of those.
Where are you at?
Where's who?
Where you at, Dave?
I'm right here.
Dave's right here.
Like where?
Saudi Arabia, Rida.
Right up.
Right.
I can move you to Washington.
But why would you want to build it there?
How many black cards do you have?
I have 2 black cards, but that doesn't do you any good.
No, it doesn't do me any good. But on your next turn, or on like whoever's turn,
You would need to put it where in one of the cities he's got. So it would either need to be in Delhi or Istanbul.
Okay.
Just so they could jump to it, yeah. I get
Right.
you.
Um,
I have Shinai too, if you want to build it in Shinai. Or not that I mean,
No, I mean,
Well,
okay,
no,
so
because you're not going in that direction.
hold on a moment. We don't know what Mike's going to get.
No.
Mike may pull a black card. He may pull an epidemic. So let's wait and see what he gets.
the whole
before-
world might implode.
Right.
so in the meantime, we're going to do this. I've taken 2 already. Pulled Will to me, got his card. 1, 2. This
Okay.
will allow him to treat those 2
Yeah.
blues on his turn.
This allows Will's action to be a free whatever he wants to do next.
Pretty much.
I don't get a whole lot of
What
anything
is your yellow
because I
card,
have
Will?
to cure shit.
Bogota.
Because
well,
you're
you're
the best
grilled-
person to
You're
cure.
grilled cheeses.
I know.
For those of you at home and having to listen to this, the last 2 movements were pulling Justin from Madrid to New York and then into Washington.
Yep. So that he can then treat Washington and Montreal on his turn.
After all, they can't see what here to here means.
Moscow.
Which
Hey!
is the 4th.
So that's
another
awesome. And Rida.
Yes.
So at the beginning of his turn, he can cure
I
black.
just go ahead and cure black where I'm at.
You can't do it yet.
I know, but at the
Okay.
beginning of my turn, that's what'll happen.
Oh,
and
that's
then
awesome.
and then everyone becomes a medic for black except you, who becomes Jesus.
Yes. And you get to save your card, so we can.
Are you
we can
ready?
Save that build.
No, but go ahead.
Number 1,
Sao Paulo.
and number 2, Algiers.
Cheers. Alrighty.
Algiers is
So-
right here in North
Yep, yep.
Africa.
Alrighty. So that's that.
What's your turn looking
This
like,
is
Will?
actually fairly good so far because black is something y'all are eminently capable of handling.
And destroying.
And blue is currently under control.
Yes.
That won't last.
Cause of grilled cheeses.
I don't know, Will. I mean, honestly, coming here and murdering these is not a bad idea.
Shinai.
Yeah.
Those 2.
And then
Alternatively,
Centralized area.
Well, see, if you do that, and then I'm going to get these 3 in the Central Asia area because I have 5 moves. That leaves these 2 black squares, hoping nothing comes up with your 2, 4, my 6. It might be a gamble, but
Things are under. I think. Also, things are under control. Are we just going to ignore yellow? We haven't even
at the
talked about
moment,
Shinai.
we don't have enough cards
You
out.
want to put a research station in Shinai?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you can go directly
Which,
there.
Forward thinking means that may be a research station you keep later because it's
Correct.
almost as good as a Bangkok.
Yeah, it's right next to the red.
All right, so you're in Chennai.
slightly
So that is
less
not an action.
Right.
So you now have
We
4
can
actions.
cure red anyway right now.
Yeah, we can cure red.
I was talking about movement.
Oh,
purposes.
okay, yeah.
But you can fly to
Chennai's
Chennai as
slightly,
a one action.
Slightly worse.
So you're going to do
location.
that?
Yeah. Really, the ideal.
Okay,
would be
you're in
Colorado
Chennai,
if you want
and
to
you
do
have
it
3
for
actions
permanent
left.
research, which, again, not a big deal at this point.
I agree.
I'm thinking probably 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Or 1, 2, and move towards the other. Yeah, no, I
Move
think
to
you're right.
Delhi
I
to
think
be
you're
in a
right.
position for
No,
maximum cure, but
Heading towards the red's the best idea. I think you're right.
Those-
And then to
here.
Jakarta. Okay,
Don't.
so he has wiped out the disease that's currently in Chennai. Chennai is clean. He's moved to Jakarta.
And here's just 2 player cards.
You can start working on red
Atlanta.
lines over there.
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
another quick trip back home.
And
Oh,
One
One
Quiet
Quiet
Night.
And what's
Okay.
that? Can you read that for me?
One Quiet Night is he can play this whenever he chooses, and it will keep the infection cards from flipping. He can do that between the
Epidemics.
between the stages of the epidemic, between stages 2 and 3.
Which is a very great idea. So first,
That was the original.
Kinshasa. Okay,
Okay.
Yellows.
And Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
Kong.
Apologies to Dennis Lee. Okay,
Now your choices are
Well,
pretty straightforward.
I don't have a whole lot to do. I'm going to cure Washington for 2 turns because it's Coda,
2 actions.
and I'm also going to
actions.
use. I'm also going to use 2 actions to cure Montreal.
to your.
Local connection.
Local connection.
Okay.
So that gets all 4 of his.
And that
Hold
clears
on,
up.
Will, what?
Oh no, wait, you already got 5 black. Never mind.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm good.
Survey says,
Chicago, which is blue.
Chi-Town.
Epidemic.
which is good because you can get
Is it epidemic?
more around.
Epidemic.
Okay,
Alright,
now wait. Here's the good news. First, the epidemic
This
card.
happens first.
Mexico City has to blow up.
Okay, so
Another
Mexico
piece of
City
good
gets
news.
3.
Would you like to save us?
Another piece of good news is there's a lot of actual city cards right now.
Yeah, there's a
Yes,
ton
that's
of
good.
them.
Your
So
main threat is another
Okay.
epidemic quick.
Are you going to go ahead and play One Quiet Night to keep the cards flip? Okay, so
I
we don't-
appreciate that. Thank you.
We don't flip any.
So
We don't
Mexico
flip
City
any cards.
is infected, but
Yep.
there's no intensify.
right, and there's no intensify step because of One Quiet Night.
And we have people close by, including me.
Correct.
So
Mostly you.
Mostly you.
But right now, blue is relatively stable, which is the best part.
Yes.
Okay, so here's my idea. I clean the last one off over a die.
Okay.
Move to Karacha, remove it. Move to Tehran, remove it because I have 5 actions. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm cool with that. Is everybody else?
Yep.
All right.
Now,
I let people do whatever.
And
they
here's
want.
something else to consider depending on what
I draw my
flips.
2 player cards, and I get Tehran, and I get Shanghai. Which means on my turn, I can fly out of Tehran anywhere I want to go.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty powerful.
Because you're going to cure black.
Yes.
All
Something
right.
else to
huge.
consider.
So
depending on
Tehran
what-
gets a cube,
Well,
and Ho Chi Minh City gets a cube.
something to consider if it comes back around to you and there's not been any
All
blue
right.
cards pulled. You could always go and handle Mexico City's.
I'm probably going to push him
infection.
in that direction.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I'm really
because
close
you
by. I
can always
start
come
to-
back around for the blue.
Well,
and this
I
is
will.
not.
I will offer a
medic.
counter option to that, just for the gamble. You're going to cure.
Yes.
Number 1, bring him to me. He destroys black. 2, 3, 4. He destroys black.
Okay, so it's 1 for me to cure.
Yep.
2, 3, 4,
Yep.
and that leaves the 1 in
That leaves the
Algiers.
1 in
And all I gotta do
Algiers,
is walk through it, and
Yep.
then it's cured.
or
There's not many yellow
Yeah,
cards that are currently
unfortunately,
in
that's-
that area. You're just again risking a very quick turnaround of the
Yeah.
epidemic.
Or we could just. I don't feel like black's about to blow up.
it's not. But if we sunset it, it can never hurt us again.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's just
Consider how
I-
long that first epidemic took to pull.
I understand.
You got that
Well,
risk.
I'm
First
only
things-
throwing it out there because
first
it's,
things first.
Yep.
We're going to go ahead and
First
cure
action
black.
is cure it.
I'm
So-
only throwing it out there because it is an option.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand.
Second,
Where are you gonna put me, man? That's all you've been doing.
here's another option. People tell me what they think of this. Since I'm just directing traffic at the moment out of Atlanta.
Oh.
What if I fly him to Jakarta
Me. The medic.
You will be able. Yeah.
and then I bring Will to me and I take his yellow card? That's 4 actions.
I get where you're going with that, but I would wait and see who gets more yellow.
Here's
Let
another
him
thing.
keep yellow until it needs to go to someone. You got one. The medic has one. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
There's no advantage of giving it away yet.
Here's another potential option,
I'm all ears, news reporter.
if you don't mind. You move him one to Miami. He'll worry about that.
Right.
You fly to Tehran because you just fly to him.
Right.
You cure one. All of a sudden, if it gets around to you without another black, you've got the rest of black hand.
That's a good idea.
And he still has one other action, so he could start moving toward red and have him
Because
and Will.
If I don't have to spend the action clearing in Tehran and black doesn't show up, I can fly over to Algiers and Cairo and get rid of it myself.
Okay.
That's not a bad call.
It's just another option to consider. There's not a clear winner on this.
Well, so you've done one by curing black.
He has 3 actions.
Any other inputs, guys?
So, anybody else got any ideas?
Well, William, what do you want to do?
I'm good.
You want to move? You want to go ahead and move William 1 into red so you can start working on it?
Well, because if I'm going to do some moving, I'm probably moving him to here.
Okay.
That way, 1 action, 2 actions, and then he can start moving south.
Sure.
On his own.
I'm fine
Or
with taking
if
care of
blue
South
gets
America.
pulled, he can move back north up to
Yes,
Yeah,
towards
exactly.
Chicago.
that's not bad.
I'm fine with playing, back and forth,
Yeah,
yellow and blue. I'm fine with that.
The medic is damage control in this.
Yeah.
So, all
And
right.
right now, damage is being controlled, thankfully.
As long as I can get
Don't
you guys
don't
to the other
fucking jinx it, Joe. Please.
long as-
Okay.
I'm not a player. I have no influence.
No, that's what you think. Okay. So I've taken my 1 action. I've cured black. Second action, I'm going to move
Medic from
Washington to Miami.
Okay.
Third action, I'm going to fly myself to any other token on the board. I'm going to fly myself to Tehran. Fourth action, I'm going to cure Tehran.
All right.
So that's
draw
my
your
4.
2.
And I get airlift, which is completely useless considering it's me. Anyway, no. Move any 1 pawn to any city, including rioting, collapsing, or fallen
At
cities.
any time
At any
you
time.
want.
That's
Correct.
actually really good.
Or, and the other one, epidemic.
That's
Now,
what I worry
what-
about.
So,
I'm sorry.
No, I was thinking he could theoretically right now move you to any black square and instantly cure it because you're in the location
I could
for
also,
the airlift.
I could also let this.
Does that mean
Sure,
that
sure.
got cleared?
No.
It has to be cured
Because
once.
it has to be cured.
Yeah.
The second it's cured, he just walks in and it does.
Yep.
The other option is
Draw the bottom.
I see what that bottom card is,
And
and
put
then
me
I'll
there.
fly his ass there.
It's New York.
Okay.
So,
Well, it isn't going to matter because, watch, we're screwed on this aspect. We might as well just go ahead and take it because these 3 cards have to go on top.
yep, and one of them's New York
And one of them's New York, so we have a 66% chance of getting New York.
and getting an outbreak.
Yep.
Honestly.
Nothing
Here's
you
the
can do
problem.
about
You're guaranteed to have an outbreak before he can get to New York.
it. Well,
Yeah, I mean it's gonna.
You have
happen.
to fly Will out to New York if you don't pull New York now.
let's see what we get first. Look, New York.
New York
Also-
So
City.
wait, you can't use that action
That
right
go up
now?
there?
It says
No,
anytime.
I
You
can't.
could, but nobody can do anything
But you
about
can't.
it.
But nobody's going to be able to do anything about it just yet.
No, that was also
So
the second epidemic.
okay, so hold on. All right. So New York has now had an outbreak. London, Madrid, Washington,
and
Montreal. New York is now rioting.
Which gets a sticker.
Yep. So
No more direct flights, charge flights outside of the north
except
of the U.S. of A.
except an airlift.
Yes, that's
You ready?
one benefit.
Yep.
Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay. The other option for the record is I can always move a token to another token. That's not a
Right.
flight.
Do you guys remember what the other card was?
No.
Tehran, I believe.
Yes, because I just cured Toronto. It
Okay.
flipped and it was the one you're in.
So that's what's going to come up after your turn. At least Tehran
Correct.
is.
I have no idea how I remember that.
Okay, so it is your turn.
Well,
Now, real quick, do I need to airlift somebody somewhere?
I don't personally
No.
think so because I can. Oh shit, that's
New York's not going to blow up again. If he comes up here, that's 1, and he cures Ho Chi Minh City. If he does that, that's the end of his round.
Is that what you were looking at?
Yeah, that's actually what's about to
Okay.
do.
I'm fine with that.
As a matter of fact, if you might want to airlift Justin into Mexico City.
Or you might want to airlift
Or
Justin
to
at the
New York.
beginning of Justin's turn to New York.
Because I was gonna do 1, 2, and then cure all that.
No,
That's
no.
what I was thinking of doing.
What you do on your turn? You cure Mexico City with local connections. Then he airlifts you to New York City if you
Yeah.
want to be in New York City.
Yeah, that's
And
really.
he can actually get them both.
Sure.
Okay.
And you get to place
My
yourself
turn's done.
toward one way or the
Okay,
other.
so
if you
Will
want
is
to.
done
I can cure through local connection.
because he moved Jakarta to Ho Chi
Did
Minh.
you
only
draw
do
both
two
cards?
No, it's you cure
Yes,
Mexico
because the
City.
first one was the
then you
airlift.
cure Miami. He airlifts,
Two?
then you cure New York.
Tokyo.
Tokyo and
So
Lima.
one.
Lima.
Yeah, because he's
And now for
airlifting you to get you
diseases?
there,
Yeah.
and you're in-
Tehran
Tehran, Iran.
and Washington.
Ooh,
It's okay.
this can
Alright.
be handled. Yeah, because once
So-
you're in New York, you're good.
Go ahead and start your turn.
So you're going to move one into Mexico?
No,
no.
I'm going to
Local
use
connection.
local
Local
connection
connection.
to cure Mexico.
Okay, so that's one.
I'm going to use my second action to
No.
cure.
No, he can do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
because then he
He's going to
airlifts-
airlift me into
I
New York,
airlift him to New York.
and then I'm going to use 2 to cure New York.
Okay.
Okay.
And
so-
then on his next
You
turn,
ready?
he'll be able to hit Washington and troubleshoot wherever.
Right. So next up,
Well,
I
play
get an
cards.
event.
what do you got?
Forecast. Draw, look at, and rearrange the top 6 cards of the infection deck. Put them back on top.
So that should probably get played in a second.
We might want to save that.
We'll go ahead and take a look at what
that
this
might
one
be
is.
something you play after the event.
London.
Okay.
I have 7 cards, by the way.
Okay.
That card doesn't say that you can play it in between stages of an epidemic.
Do you want me to go ahead and flip the 2, or do you want to arrange the top 6?
What do you guys think? Do you think we really need to rearrange them
At
right
this
now?
point, the only thing that's going to come up, no matter what you do, is stuff that's already came up.
Yes.
And nothing has 3.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really worried about it right
Right.
now. I'm not.
Okay.
You ready?
Go for it.
Milan.
Milan, Italy gets its second blue cube.
And Madrid.
Madrid, Spain gets its second blue cube.
All right.
I wish you had 5 actions right now. That's the
I-
problem. Because you can't local connections Washington.
It's my
and
turn.
Madrid, but you don't have to worry too much about it.
I think I'm going to take Washington if it's still whatever.
You're up.
Yeah.
We don't lose.
I'm probably going to push you to 1 so you can cure them both.
Watch this. I'm going to leave Tehran behind and go to Algiers. Because I use the Tehran card to fly directly there.
Sure.
So 1 action, 2 action, cure. 3 action, go to Cairo. 4th action, cure.
Okay.
For my 5th action,
South to start winding your way.
I'm
through
going to
yellow,
fly
or-
to Delhi.
Because that's him leapfrog a good bit.
Okay? So I can get over here to red. Mike's turn, he's going to cure the black and it'll be done.
Yeah, we're done with black.
Assuming that there's not more blacks
Sure.
on that top.
You
deck.
got something,
You
buddy?
had 5 actions, right?
I do have the 5th
Yeah.
action. Yeah, I guess I could cure those by myself.
Yeah, I was
couldn't
about to say, just cure, like, before you even fly
Yeah,
out,
1
cure that,
cure.
then fly.
Yeah, if you're going to use the flight.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it's
Yep.
eradicated. And now
So
it's
you're in.
eradicated.
So you were where now?
I am in Cairo.
You're in Cairo. Okay.
So I cure
So,
Milan.
It's eradicated.
Tehran.
I'm Tehran. Fly Tehran to Algiers. That's 2.
Cure
Two.
Algiers.
Cure Algiers 3.
Cure.
Move to Cairo 4. Cure Cairo 5. It's sunset.
So black is now eradicated. Any black card that comes up is dead.
Okay. Now you may want
Good
to.
catch.
Now you might want to look at the top 6.
Because you'd want to
Because
stack
any
the deck
black,
to black.
any
You
black
want to
card.
stack any black card on
I
top
will
of that.
play forecast.
So
So
forecast.
here they are.
4, 5, 6.
So let's put St. Peter's on the bottom of our list.
Yes. I'm putting these
With
here.
maybe Miami.
I think Miami we can deal with, and then
Yeah, because Miami has
Hong
nothing. 'cause you-
Kong and
Beijing.
Beijing should go before
No,
Hong
I was
Kong.
about to say, watch this.
Well, yeah, they both have one.
Let's put these 2 on the bottom, and let's put these 2 on the top. That way we get a black and a red, and then a black and a red.
Yeah.
I mean, we
about-
can pace it a little bit.
Which red?
Beijing is the second one.
It's going to be Beijing and then Hong Kong.
No, it's going to be Hong Kong, then
Hong
Beijing.
Kong, then Beijing.
So watch, right now I get Cairo, which does nothing, and I get Hong Kong,
Okay.
because I have to do it. So go ahead and put Hong Kong. Next turn, you're going to get another black. At the end of Mike's turn is another black, and Beijing.
And just clear them.
And then the next one is going to be Miami, and a blue one. Which I believe...
St. Petersburg,
Petersburg.
which is okay.
I
'cause
can
that's
fly
where
to
they're
it.
shifting.
I
Okay.
can fly.
Yeah,
to
because we can't
Petersburg.
cure it, so you might as well use your blues for flights.
Yeah.
Um,
Once I get out of the rioting areas.
well, yeah, I was gonna say you can't get out of there right now.
Did I draw my 2 cards?
I can't
No, I
remember.
just did the diseases. I didn't draw my players' cards.
This is true.
That's true.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
Well, hopefully
Right.
one of them's not an epidemic. So
Remote treatment, remove 2 disease cubes from the board, and Mumbai.
Okay, that's good.
Do I want to use... Well, I will hold on to this. You guys let me know when you want 2 cubes removed, because we can use those to get rid of blues.
Yes, we can.
We're gonna need that if
And
in
you're
St. Petersburg may be the option for that coming up.
because it's so far away. Well, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, go
Because
ahead.
you
So
don't
my
push it to
turn.
Washington.
Yeah.
So you go. You do 2. I don't know.
He told me to do both these. Is what he wants.
Yeah, if I move him, I'm thinking move him to Washington, let him cure both of these.
Yeah.
I can either do that, or I can get him over here a little more toward Europe.
We know St. Petersburg is
No,
going to get hit
'cause-
anyway.
To be fair, he does have St. Petersburg.
He can just fly to
and
St.
London to relocate anywhere.
I have
on
to
that
get out of
side.
the riding cities first before I
Yeah,
can fly
but
there.
if
You
you're
can fly out of
if
them,
you're
you
in-
can't fly to them.
Oh.
No, there's no
you
flights
can't.
in or out.
But if he's in Washington, he moves
Well-
either to Miami or Atlanta, and then he flies.
Read up there what it says.
No direct flights or charter flights in or out.
Okay.
The airports are effectively
Okay.
closed.
So, all right. So, what's better to keep him here then? We think.
Well, even if you do that, what's next?
We got to get... The point of him putting me in Washington is to clear Washington and Montreal. So after that, if I can, just a couple moves I can get out.
Because
of it
Milan
every
and
year.
Madrid are not coming up, and neither is Washington really. It's just that the next epidemic is going to make all of those come up again.
Either way, if
and
you
again.
leave me there, I'm still going to cure it.
All right.
I'm
Well,
still
no,
in the
because you can
area,
only use
too.
local connections once. That's why he has to
Right.
move you to one.
I have
or
to
the
move
other.
you to a city
So
that's
you
got
can cure
cubes
two.
in it, and then
Well, I can still cure, even if you don't move, I can still local connection Washington, at least.
Yeah.
Right.
And then what?
but then you have 2 actions left.
Get my ass towards St. Petersburg's and...
Yeah. Watch. 2 to cure it. 3 for Madrid. Then what?
Well, then I'm just moving at that point.
Yeah,
He's
right.
just moving.
I'm just getting in position.
Which is
well,
part of this game.
I mean, to be fair, in terms of that,
If you are wanting cards from your research
No,
pal,
that wouldn't work.
you should go to your research pal and take them.
um,
I'm just throwing that out there.
currently said research pal is the lead cure for yellow.
Yeah, but if he loses them all to Mike has 3. I mean, it's not greatest.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Yes, Will.
Depending on like if somebody draws another yellow, or if they draw 2 yellows, then move me to that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the meantime, I think you're going for
You
Hong
may-
Kong
No,
and
no,
keep red.
no.
ahead.
Like, seriously, the only reason why you do that if there's by some luck or chance that someone draws 2 yellows in their next turn, then move me to where that person is, because I can be like, oh hey, here, take this. Oh,
2
by the way,
actions.
you want this one too because you're supposed to
Yeah.
take
I
it.
get that, but you are going to have extra actions this round that you aren't really going to be
Well,
maximized
no,
using.
that's part of what I'm thinking at the moment. Because here's the other thing. I'm looking around the table. There are 5 fucking red cards on the table, and I don't need a research station. Nobody does.
Nope.
So it's just a matter of getting everybody
Getting
to
the red
each
cards
other to
into
get the
the-
red cards.
Right, but you're talking about okay. So I have 2, so you'd have to put the medic where I and I in Ho Chi Minh for him to give it to me.
Or he can move you to me. It's once we get...
Yeah.
This hasn't
No,
broke
no.
out too much, and we need to contain this.
You guys-
I can contain that.
I get what
and
you're
then
saying, but you guys are not understanding how to share research.
You
That's
have
where
to be
you're
in Ho
messing
Chi
up.
Minh to give anybody that card.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which means
I
you're not
have to
here.
be in Beijing to give you Beijing. I have to be in Shanghai with you in Shanghai to give you Shanghai.
Keep forgetting that.
Researcher's the only one who can just deal them out like it's Christmas.
Okay. Here's what I'm thinking, suddenly. Okay? What if... We're saying, he's got Ho Chi Minh, right?
Sure.
I can fly him out here to Will.
Yeah.
So if I fly him out to Will...
Then Will has to take all his turn. Okay.
Follow me on this. Fly him out to Will. Will does whatever he wants to, long as you wind up back in Ho Chi Minh City.
1 up to Hong Kong, 2, 3 cure, and then 4 back to Ho Chi Minh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's rough.
Then what?
Now, if I do that, he's going to give him Ho Chi Minh City.
He could.
Do what have you. So now Will's got 2 red cards.
Okay, he does.
All right. So that
Now, wait a
is-
minute. Think for a moment.
I'm trying to, Dave, so let me finish my train of thought first. So, 1 gets him there, and then it's going to wind up being Will goes up here, 1, 2 back. That's Will's 4.
Then he spends 1 action.
He
to
uses
give-
1 to give him Ho Chi Minh City, and then what
what's he
have
do?
you? What have you for the remainder? Even if it's
We
a
can
sim-
get you back to blue to cure.
I can
Yeah, because he
fly,
can always
doesn't
he
he?
can
He can
always
fly.
fly to a blue
Yeah,
city.
Chicago and London is good choices for that.
Yeah, so he can fly back to blue to get back to work.
Sure, but he's not curing anything.
Yeah, he is.
Sure he is. If I flew
Okay,
him out
he
here,
cures Montreal.
he can cure
No,
Montreal.
he flies to London, he cures Madrid.
Or I
he gets
could-
2
Yeah.
off the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that puts
I
him to
put
go
Canadian
for
Didn't know he
one,
had
actually.
London.
Yeah.
I also have St. Petersburg, which is going to come up before it gets back to me. So it's going to have 2 cubes. I could even
Yeah.
fly to St. Petersburg and take it out, move.
Yeah, so he's got options to still contain blue on his turn. Will's got 2 of the red cards.
I got 1 red card. I got 2
Well, no,
yellows.
but he'll wind up giving you 1. So you'll have 2 of the red. You'll have 2 reds.
If I had, yeah.
So
Then-
eventually you get manipulated to just take a turn to give reds and yellows.
Then it's a matter of figuring out how to get those and these where they need to go.
I would be trading 2 cards for 1 red. I'd be trading 2 yellows. Like I could trade these 2 for your 1 once you get the Ho Chi Minh, because I can, as long as we're in the same vicinity, I can give, like, basically I give you a card and then you take the card.
Okay.
So basically you get 2 cards for me for giving me 1. That's it.
That's 3 separate actions, though.
True.
You're right. If he flies the medic to the researcher, the researcher takes 2 turns to give yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's the researcher going to do?
Well, let's
I can take a card from him.
On
apparently.
your turn.
Yeah.
on your
Not
turn.
on the researcher's turn.
Right.
And one of the complications, though, is if you do that, you're not going to be carrying anything in Hong Kong.
That's right.
Or anything.
But you guys could get yellow and red into my hand, because if he does that, I have
true.
No, you'll be getting red into his hand.
Okay.
He'll be getting yellow into
in your
yours.
hand. Okay.
Can I see the rulebook for the share knowledge action, specifically?
Well, it's on the action cards.
What
Share
do I
knowledge.
not have in front of me?
Either give the card that matches the city you are in to another player, or take that card from another player.
Yeah.
That
So
other
one
player
action
It must
per
be in the
card
same city.
transfer.
Correct.
Yep.
So for every card that does get moved,
The reason I suggested to give Michael the yellow cards, or to have Michael pull you, or whatever, however you and Michael get in the same town, is that Michael's going to have a plethora of extra actions for this one round. To go ahead and get a jump ahead, it's a gamble, but it's a gamble where you can spend your actions. That was the whole reason for that. Because you're going to either move the medic or not, and no matter what happens, you can move yourself for 1 to where William is. So you move yourself to where William is 1. You take William's 2 cards, that's 2 and 3. Your 4th action, you move the medic where you want to move the medic. If you even want to move the medic.
The biggest thing is getting cures moving now, because containment of blue is already hard enough. I don't even want to think about what happens.
Yeah, so you shouldn't be worried about doing a cure at all. You should be worried
Yeah,
about
we
containing,
should be using you to contain.
You
stuff.
having blue cards is good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. But
So-
I also need to get rid of these cards so that you guys
Well,
can
but
utilize
ultimately-
them.
I mean,
Well, that black card's a dead card in your hand
Yeah,
anyway.
and the
Okay.
cost of you giving cards to players is so expensive.
Okay, we've had enough analysis paralysis. So first thing I'm going to do, my first action, I am going to move you to Washington.
Okay.
So that way you can do your containment thing. I've got 3 actions left. All right. If I pull myself to Will, so Will doesn't have to move anywhere.
All right, and then Will can go on and do what he wanted to do in red.
Right, and I can pull whatever cards off of you I need.
You know,
and then, yeah, because you can use your other 2 actions for the...
I can use my other 2 actions to either get the 2 yellows from you.
or to get the 1 red.
No.
Hold on. Plan forming.
You could also take the blue.
Shush. Hold on, plan forming. Okay, I fly to Will. I take the 2 yellows. When my turn comes back around, I just push your ass to Miami and fly over there with you and take Miami.
That'll work.
Yeah.
I wind up with 4 yellows that way.
I'll work.
I'm
Okay.
cool with that.
So, second action, I fly myself to Will. That way, you're going to do whatever you're going to do anyway. I can take the 2 yellow cards from you through share knowledge. That's my last 2 actions. Okay. If I pull yellow cards, even freaking better. All right. Cairo and Manila.
And we have Rida,
Which does nothing.
Which is dead.
just dead, and Beijing.
This is...
One.
Yeah,
turn.
again, this is a known
This
turn.
is a pre-planned.
Stupid thing here, real quick question. Do you want to wind up just giving me Tokyo while we're here? Or do you need all 4 of your actions?
If he's carrying Hong Kong, we would only need 3.
1,
2,
Sure.
3.
if he cures all of it, it's 3. If
Right.
he only gets 1, it's 2. And either way, he's not making it to Beijing.
Right.
No, but he
Not
sets
that it
himself up
needs
to
to
cure
be.
Beijing next
Sure,
week.
sure, that's true.
We don't really, yeah, unless an epidemic gets pulled, we don't really need to worry about it. Which is possible.
Look who's trying to be the Jinx now.
On top of it, on top of that plan, if Will holds Tokyo for a moment, moves through here doing what he's doing, I can technically get over there and give him one of the red cards I have. Okay? So he'll have 2 in his hand plus whatever he draws.
Sure.
Then on your turn, if he has the red cards for you, you pull him and take them. Though
Sure.
I do think giving him the Tokyo card now is the best idea because that gives him 3. I'll give you a 4th, and if you get a 5th on the draw, he can take them both and cure them the same turn.
You also have Beijing and Shanghai, which
That's
are
what I'm saying. I'll
the
fly to
same line.
one
Yeah.
and give him the other.
one. Yeah, awesome.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and take Tokyo. That's 1.
2.
And he moves to Hong Kong and cures both cubes on Hong Kong.
Okay. Either that or he moves up to Shanghai.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it. Done. That's all there is.
Alrighty. So you get, what do we got?
Seoul
Seoul.
That's
and
just
Los Angeles.
That's just
All right.
Getting back near your location
Well,
at some
let's
point.
get the diseases first.
Let's get it.
Miami
Miami.
and St.
St.
Petersburg.
Petersburg.
Again, we knew these were coming.
We
It's
knew
not
the
a big
blues
deal.
were showing up.
Okay.
Those we pre-orchestrated. Now from
So-
the next 2 cards, we got no freaking clue.
Okay, guys. So 2 turns to eradicate that.
Now, I'm going to make...
I was thinking move out of Washington because Montreal doesn't really need it.
I get that, but here's the funny thing. For Mike to do what Mike needs to do for the Reds, you need to be in Atlanta so he can go to where you are. I think.
No. In order for him to get either...
Yeah. He can
Because he has 3 of each right now. He can only pull...
I can only have 7 at the end of my turn.
He's got to be at... No, that's right. Red doesn't need to be at a research center. Never mind that.
Yeah.
Never mind that noise. I forgot that. Yep, do your thing.
I'm thinking.
I was thinking more of your actions are going to be
Moving to Madrid
1,
might not be a
2,
bad idea.
pull from him. You don't...
That's what I'm thinking. And just
Are
leave
you
the
allowed to
Montreal
take
one.
the cure, even though because it's a non-action, after you draw your cards?
No, it's not that it's a non-action.
Because I can always go
It's
back.
that I
cure anyway.
don't have to be at a research station.
Yeah, unfortunately, right now,
Okay.
where Will put himself...
Well, hold on. Let
Hold on,
let
that's
Justin
3 actions,
finish his
never mind.
turn.
I'm the dispatcher. I'll just go wherever.
Oh, that's right.
Or
You
I
just
can
go
one
to
action
Will.
to-
What'd you get?
I
I
keep
got
forgetting
Osaka,
Okay.
which is a red, and Washington, which is a blue. So I have.
Here's your diseases.
I have
Kanasha.
You're going to have to discard one.
Yes.
And
Discard the black because it's
Yeah.
a dead card.
San
card.
Francisco.
So Kinshasa and San Fran.
All
San
right.
Fran has 2, but San
I
Fran
have a
is
lot
also
of potential
not
to fly around.
So on
No.
my turn, I fly to Beijing.
dead
Right.
card.
Yeah.
You
1.
can't fly in Washington. So that's your
2,
next
3, I clean Beijing.
Right.
4, I go to Shanghai. And since the researcher is in Shanghai and I am in Shanghai, I give him the Shanghai card.
Right.
Ah, yes.
I draw my 2, which is Jakarta and San Francisco. I flip my 2, which is Montreal and London.
Damn.
And now, your turn. You
All right.
pull Will.
I'm going to pull Will to me.
Whoa. What?
You
Wait,
take...
hold on. How did you get into Shanghai?
How did I?
Because
get
I
in Shanghai?
moved the
He
wrong
had
person.
he had Beijing.
I pulled the
because
wrong
he moved the wrong
token.
card. Okay. Anyway.
I was sitting there like, what the
I'm like,
fuck just
I thought you were
happened?
in a
dude?
good position.
I
Anyway.
moved the wrong token.
Anyway. Okay.
Oh, I was scared.
So I'm going to pull Will there.
So
That's
that's
1
one.
action. 2, 3,
And then cure red.
4.
Yes.
So now red is cured.
That's
Well,
awesome.
now we'll have to sunset it by removing the last 2 red cubes.
But we don't have
It's
to.
not too hard.
We
though.
don't have to sunset it to win.
No, we don't.
So-
So if we could cure yellow, we win the game.
Correct. But I've taken my 4.
That's right.
So
Go
I
ahead.
draw
And containment.
Draw a yellow.
Essen
Nice.
Epidemic.
That is Buenos Aires.
All right. So
It just got
Buenos
serious on the yellow
Aires.
side of town.
Well, the good news is there's lots of cards here. The bad news is we're going to draw 3 of them.
Also, the other bad news is that's riding.
There we go.
Oh,
That's
yes.
No, not until an outbreak.
Not until there's an outbreak.
Okay. But they're already riding, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
they're
okay.
rioting now. They're just going to riot worse.
Okay.
They're going to go from a demonstration in the streets. With
They're going to go from Baltimore to Los Angeles.
I'm just giving
Yes.
you guys a heads up. I'm going to take out Madrid
Oh.
and London.
Sure.
Yeah. You're again.
All right, ready?
set.
3.
Let's do something.
Madrid.
1 for
Now
Madrid.
you definitely are doing.
I'm definitely doing Madrid now.
Beijing.
1 for Beijing.
That's
Cairo is
One
ignored.
for Cairo is a dead disease.
Alright, so it's the researcher's turn.
Shit is getting real.
Researcher could get 2 of the 3 cubes that are in red right now.
True, but he also can go to Atlanta and work towards yellow. There's lots of things he could do.
If he wants to work toward yellow,
He
you
could also-
share knowledge.
Yeah, he could also go ahead and give the yellow to the dispatcher.
And if he cures Manila, you could technically eradicate red.
One,
Hold on-
two,
hold on a
three,
second. Let me
four,
think.
five.
Hold
That's
on.
true.
If you give me LA from there, on my turn,
And it gets even better in terms of his movement. If he gives a card, he goes to Manila, he cures Manila, he goes to LA. He can get into a position where he can help mitigate the chance of an outbreak in North America. on his
I can
next turn.
fly to London too if you guys if you need to move
oh
me
yes, I
around.
could.
You don't
could
need
give me
to.
both of them.
I'm saying if
Hot
he moves
damn it,
me
if you
somewhere
give
and I
me
need to
both-
get back, I can fly to London.
Oh,
No, hold
yeah,
on.
no. This
We
is
got.
huge.
We have a plan. Okay, so Will gives me both. This is 2 of his actions.
Sure.
All right, go ahead and do the rest of your stuff, Will.
3,
Manila
4.
and cure.
Okay.
Okay.
I know what I'll wind up doing
Right.
on my turn.
You're going to fly to Atlanta.
I'm going to fly to Atlanta. I'm going to move myself to Miami. That's
And then
2. I'm going to
pull
pull
the medic to
him
med.
and get Miami from
That's right,
him.
4. The problem is you have to wait a full round.
That's fine, but
To
we'll
win
be
the
in a
game.
position.
That gives him, but that gives him a chance to clear out.
Whose turn was that?
Madrid
That was
and
his.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
One, two.
1, 2.
What did you do then? I totally missed his turn.
He cured red. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I cured red, so.
Okay,
Montreal.
okay.
Montreal.
Tehran is ignored.
Yep.
Ho Chi Minh.
Ho Chi Minh City.
Damn, it just doesn't stop over there. Okay. You guys want me to take out Madrid and London, I'm assuming, right?
Madrid, definitely.
Yes.
London's the please be safe.
And I'll use my location, local
local
connection to clear London.
Yep. Yeah, that's that for you.
That is for the viewers.
Local connection has proved to be very, very,
Yeah,
very
proven
thankfully wise.
stupidly useful.
Pandemic.
Guys,
Epidemic.
epidemic, guys.
Oh,
And that's
bad.
Essen.
Essen
Okay, so-
doesn't have anything, thankfully.
Okay. So
It does now.
It does now.
Yeah,
by God.
but I mean,
I'm close by, it's okay. Because I can use local to take
Oh
this up.
snap! The only card you have. Oh, Montreal.
I can fly to St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
Montreal is the problem here.
Well, you
Oh,
ready?
shit. I know
You ready?
that one.
Cairo.
Dead card.
Ho Chi Minh City.
Sucks, but you have red cured.
And
Dead
Tehran.
card.
Yep.
Yes. Did you feel the tension in there? Did anyone
Yes.
else feel that? That
Yes.
was some serious
Yes, we
shit
did.
right there.
So the only potential problem right now is
Hey, Dave.
before
Hold on,
he
hold on.
can cure yellow, things are going to get worse in North America.
You have
Oh,
2
I
yellow cards, right?
I
I just said,
Dave,
I'm listening.
clear out as much of the red as you can.
if I pull you to me, I just take one of them and win.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
hold up.
game?
Hold up. Hold
it
up.
can be.
Hold up.
Okay.
Hold
Yeah,
up.
'cause all we have to do is find cures. We don't have to.
Hold on
eradicate.
just a minute. Hold on just a minute.
Okay, just don't overcomplicate this, Dave. What's going to happen is when my turn hits, I'm going to pull him to me for an action because he's there. I'm going to take one of the cards from him, and then I'm going to fly my ass to Atlanta and cure yellow.
You don't even need to do that.
Okay, fine.
I think.
What do you mean?
Well,
need
I mean,
definite too.
I
That's
can
the win
throw.
condition.
I can throw a research center here. I can move to the research center, and then you can move to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, where are you at right now?
Right here.
Okay.
So really, my turns are irrelevant.
Well, here's the one thing that's not irrelevant. Blow remote treatment and remove 1 from each of those 2 cities.
You
That's
got it.
3.
Oh, I forgot about remote treatment. That saves a worsening condition.
That was a lifesaver.
Yes.
So that's one.
You need
What, does that
3
count as an
actions
action?
Well,
to win
no,
on your turn.
no,
Correct.
no.
That doesn't count as an
You
action.
You are currently.
It's not an
I
action.
can't wait. You finish your words, then we'll finish our words.
Okay.
Okay.
You are currently in Ho Chi Minh City, right?
Correct. All I have to do
You
is
can fly to Atlanta.
I spend 1
No.
action to point to me.
I'm counting his actions.
Oh, okay.
If A, you're lucky not to pull red, and I don't remember what's on your top current
There's a red
deck
in
of
there.
cards.
Keep
There
going.
was 7 when it was shuffled. If you want to have red eradicated for the hopes of upgrading that to be even easier, you would have to spend your turn getting Beijing and Hong Kong cured. He has the extra action to cure Ho Chi Minh.
I can go ahead and stop that. I don't care. We eradicated
Yeah, as a matter
black,
of fact,
so
that-
we can upgrade
what we
that
were
one.
discussing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Your point is a good point, but we want to go ahead and just win because we've already lost once in January.
Yeah.
Now, before
We want to scratch that card off.
Again, he was already going to cure it, even with that.
Right.
It was more
Okay.
of, do you want the extra option on the upgrades?
I get what you're saying.
Well, I'm going to put it to you like this. Right now, I'll say this. I think it's a wonderful idea. I'm going to side with Dave. I'm happy to get in the end zone. I don't need to be fucking high stack.
You're the one who already said his turn is effectively irrelevant.
It effectively is,
Yes, but he still should use.
Okay.
He still should use that.
still remote treat.
Watch.
Yeah,
Remote treatment, Montreal, and Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will fly to Istanbul for one action because I have the card.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. I take one off.
Fair.
Now there's everyone I'm safe. None
Fair.
of them can blow
Okay.
up.
That's fair.
Deal.
That is...
I
yes.
get
can't-
Montreal because who cares? And Taipei because who
cares?
cares? And my diseases are Essen.
There we go.
Uh-huh. Madrid.
Madrid.
If this is
Where's Madrid?
It's under the pink guy.
Yep.
If this is Buenos Aires, I saved us. It ain't. So Montreal.
But
I had a
you
good
still-
idea.
No, but the
But
remote
it-
treatment saved
But
you.
it was,
Yeah.
Sure.
two of the ones we called.
Still
Okay,
saved
okay.
me either way. So
So my turn?
Yes.
All right. Action 1, I pull Will to me in Ho Chi Minh City. Action 2, I
You
only
take
need
one card.
Action 3, I'm going to
back to
fly to
Atlanta.
Atlanta, direct flight with the Atlanta card. Action 4, I cure yellow with my
And win
5
the
yellow
game.
cards, and we fucking
You
win.
achieve your objective and win.
All right. So let's pause for a moment
All right.
and look what the game says for Legacy to do now.
All right. So,
February.
draw this card at the end of January. Win bonus. Scratch this card. Bonus if you win a game in January. Does someone have a coin?
I do.
Alrighty.
Let's use the Nebraska quarter,
Alright. So,
where the disease of glue
Corn.
would be destroying us all.
alrighty. Come on.
It's all like, have you had problems with diseases? Me too.
Now we get to find out if this is a good thing.
Well, I'm assuming winning can't be bad. Of course, it's
I've seen
pandemic,
some of
so-
Risk
Pandemic.
Legacy. No, you'd be
Okay.
wrong.
For any game played in February, after setup but before the first turn begins, remove one supply cube from the board and return it to the supply.
Okay.
So for our first game in February, we will get to take one disease cube off after we set everything up and put it back in the supply.
So instead of 3 towns starting with 3, you can have 4
Two.
towns start with 2.
Right.
And 2 towns start with 3.
So
Is it only one time?
for any game played in February?
Excellent.
So
2 games.
So 2 games if need be, but at least
Again,
one.
you'd hope you don't manage that.
Yes. So,
But this game...
folks,
Well, let's keep going. What's the other win conditions?
that was it. That was
Was that the only card to
that
pull?
was
Was
the
there
only-
no stop?
No, that was another stop after. The next stop card says for February. So,
well, don't we want to go ahead and upgrade our folks?
oh yeah. So,
We'll do this one
We're
live
gonna-
this time.
well, no, because there was a lot of discussion. So when we
We
come
could also
back,
pause it and just re-record it in a moment.
or we can save it for our next episode, like we did before.
Yeah.
But anyway, folks, when we come back, we have managed to win a game of Pandemic Legacy.
how?
By luck.
Sheer
Hey.
fucking luck. No.
It was grilled cheeses, obviously.
Give me,
Actually, no.
that was a good way that we didn't die. You didn't help us win, but you kept us from losing.
So, folks, next time we will tell you what we've picked up for our new bonuses, the state of the board. Hopefully, Mikey Nodine will be alive after being molested by a small cat. Well, who am I kidding? A large cat. A small bobcat. And we will see you next time on Rage Quit Radio.